5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. There you see the booster kicking in. And liftoff. Just spectacular. The launch of Shenzhou 12 spacecraft heading to the Chinese space station. The divine vessel shipping away from its spaceport. Its destination, the Heavenly Palace. 3 astronauts on board the Shenzhou 12 spacecraft will be ferried to the core module of China's space station. And of course, you're hearing the voices from the launch team providing tracking status, saying things are going good. That's the sound we'd like to hear. We have different ground tracking stations.
Okay, it's pitched over. Change its direction of flight.
All right. And
wow,
that's the view of the side boosters. You're looking down at the tail of the rocket.
This is a camera on the second stage.
Major event coming up is the separation of the escape tower, right? That's going to happen about 2 minutes into the flight.
2 minutes.
And because the sky today is really clear, so we have a beautiful view.
Clear visual.
Yeah, we can have the clear visual of the rockets coming, the launching off into the sky. And
right. The astronauts, they look fine to me. They look okay.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, the rocket has 4 side boosters. Those are the 2 out of the 4 you're watching there.
So is that supposed to be the period that the astronauts feel very uncomfortable?
Yes, that's the very beginning period.
They
Yes.
were already experiencing the G load.
Yeah.
All right.
When we'll see peak G load?
The separation before the first stage.
Okay, so we're not there yet.
Yeah.
The G-forces are increasing.
First thing would be the separation of the strap-on boosters.
Yeah.
No, the first one will be setting of the emergency escape tower.
If everything goes right, we're going to see the escape tower jettison
we
in
won't
a
be
few
able
moments.
to see it on the camera because this camera was looking down to the strap-on boosters.
Oh, that's the 3D animation. Yeah. That animation is based on real-time telemetry. Okay, that's the separation of the escape tower that we just saw there. And you heard the call out. That's the infrared
150
image.
seconds will be the separation of the 4 boosters.
A great infrared image showing you a successful separation of the escape tower, really indicating the low-level flight, the initial stage of the flight went well.
That's in fact an infrared camera that is looking at the rocket itself.
Right.
So this is the video.
Again, the side boosters.
Coming up next is
booster separation.
the booster separation.
Yep.
And first stage,
Wow.
there you see
separation.
the booster separation.
The 4 side boosters has been separated from the core stage.
And the first stage rocket separation. You see the 5 bright dots? Those are the
right.
4 side boosters and the one
And also
stage
the core
1
stage,
rocket.
the first stage is also
Core
already
stage rocket.
separated.
So now the astronauts should be feeling really comfortable, and they're making some movement. You can see.
Oh, they're waving to the camera,
And
telling
the next
the team they're okay.
operation will be just jettisoning of the payload fairings.
I think that's the image of the stage 2 rocket engine.
Exactly. The
Coming
camera
up next-
mounted on towards the backward.
Right. Coming up next is the shutdown of the stage 2 rocket engine.
And there is only one main engine for the
Only one main engine,
Okay.
and
Main
4
That's the
vernier
view
engines.
of the
one main
spacecraft,
engine
right?
and
That's
4
the-
more vernier engines. Vernier engines is to control the attitude.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
fairing.
jettison of the
Yeah,
fairing.
yeah.
That's the solar panel you're seeing. Which module is that? Is that the orbital module, service module? Service module.
It is separation of the payload fairings.
The fairing covers the service module as well as the capsule.
The camera, as you mentioned, is mounted on the I believe the propulsion module.
There you can see the Earth from the
Yes.
camera on the spacecraft.
Yeah, we can already.
The ellipse of
That's
the
a great
Earth.
visual,
Beautiful. So a series of fast maneuvers and status reports there.
So far,
9:26 a.m. Beijing time here, about 4 minutes into the flight. Everything continues to look good.
They should be already 100 kilometers above Earth already.
Wow, it's incredible to hear how fast the rocket
the whole
is going.
process that before they're hitting the orbit, it just need like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, 580 seconds also.
Yeah, roughly 10 minutes. Yes.
And the next critical step will be the shutdown of the main engine. And then it will work on the 4 vernier engines. Vernier engine can rotate in different directions to control the attitude. And finally, and can adjust the orbit to be accurate enough.
So this engine you're seeing from the screen is very important because it has to have a surgical precision of when to shut down, to eject that spacecraft into the precise altitude and position to catch up with the station.
And what's it like to endure so many G-forces? I guess we are going to hit the time when the crew will feel maximum G-forces before the second stage rocket shut down?
They've already passed the most inconvenient period.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it already. Because the thrust of the second stage is not very large.
Okay.
Only one main engine. Just before the separation.
And really didn't notice much difference from their facial expression, from their body gesture. I guess they've been trained to endure such pressure.
We can see from the left screen that's the shows the data link between the ground station and the vehicle.
And that animation is based on real-time telemetry. It's not a pre-made video. It's really showing you what's going on in real time.
This is a real camera.
Yeah.
And you can see the sky become dark because it's already in outer space. It's black, pitch black.
The bright part is the Earth, is the horizon of the Earth,
And
very
there are
bright.
numerous cameras on this vehicle, and they have light on it to illuminate the rocket so that everything shows up on camera, and engineers can take a look at them, just in case of a problem or anything.
Because it's already in almost a vacuum condition, so the vibration is not so intensive than the initial stage.
So this engine, the second stage engine has been designed for just one main engine and 4 extra engines. This kind of design was specially designed for the precise orbit entering.
It comes from the original design of the Long March 2 rocket. So we saved a lot of money by using the same engine on the first and the second stage, just a different configuration with vacuum condition. But still we need the 4 vernier engines. Vernier engine is much smaller than the main engine, but with these engines we can have an accurate adjust of the orbit.
Okay.
It's almost 9:30 a.m. We're almost about 8 minutes into the flight. And keep in mind that this is China's first crewed mission since 2016, nearly 5 years ago. It's also China's 7th crewed spaceflight overall in the past 18 years. Ground tracking staff are saying everything is normal, is going nominal. You just saw some bright orange flame there.
The main engine is shut down.
Now it's been shut down. Another critical step being completed.
So now those astronauts
Now they're floating.
Oh, they're
Now
floating.
they're floating. So
now they're supposed to feel more comfortable.
they do look like they're a bit more at ease now. They're looking at their flight manual.
We can hear from the voice that it shows that the USB, the tracking, the radio tracking, and also the optical cameras tracking very normal. So the vernier engine, the 4 vernier engines is still working to adjust its orbit very accurately.
Yeah, and they're looking out of the window. You can see the light from the window.
Yeah. This is a camera on board on the propulsion module.
Okay.
You can see the folded panels, the 4